Hey everybody, we are live here in the News Channel 13 studios. If none of you guys have seen this place before, I'd like to give you a little tour. First off, the main reason I'm doing this is because my buddy Ben here was going to be showing me the importance of doing Facebook Live videos. So he's like, you know what, it's this easy, just try it. I used to do Facebook Live all the time back in LA, but we haven't done it for years, so I might be a little rusty. Anyway, now that we're here, come on let's go show you the newsroom. Anyway, so this is where all the, I don't know, what do we say, like where the sausage is made in the news business, where we come up with all our ideas. Everyone has their own desk, which is great. This is Stella over here. Yes, I'm yelling my phone. How good are the speakers in these phones? Do they really pick up our voices? Hey everybody, Stella Cox here joining us.
Writing our story for 9 o'clock.
If you're going to give people an insider peek at what they can expect for 9 and 11, what would it be, Stella?
So the good news is lots of power back in the capital region tonight. Most people can say that their power is back. We talked to some neighbors in Guilderland and Rensselaer County who were working off their generators, some older people who were dealing with power outages for going on 3 days here, but National Grid has also been out in force, making sure that the power's back on.
That is nuts. What, just like trees crashing down on people's properties?
Trees and, you know, these beautiful pine trees in they're beautiful and they smell amazing, but they also cause a lot of power outages.
Any favorite things on your desk you'd like to show off to our viewers watching right now?
Let's see. How about this? That Tessa Bentulin got me this little Santa coin jar last year when we went on a little Christmas shopping run. And
this is a swear jar. Whenever you get caught cussing on air, you got to put money in here.
No, I put my coins in here, and then I go next door to Stewart's and I give a copy. Wow.
Now I know. Okay. If I ever have to raid something for like a snack, like who's got money, check the Santa drawer. All right. If something goes missing now, you're going to know right who to go for. Anyway, okay. So that's Stella. Here's our producer, Mike DeMarco, who's amazing.
What's up? How's it going?
Now, the last time we did a Facebook Live, some of you were not very nice to Mike here. He is one of our star producers, I must say, and we would not feel comfortable having anybody else in this amazing seat of his.
Thank you.
So, obviously, tonight, Mike, one of the top stories we're working on, weather, how insane the snowstorm was. Any other, like, fun stories you're looking for right now?
Well, I know we're going to try to show, like, the fun side of the snow as well, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
You know, see some of the amazing stuff that the viewers put together.
So if you guys ever wonder what it looks like when we do a rundown or like a newscast, this is it right here. This is what we call the A block, where we start off with headlines and, you know, we go through the hello, welcome to the show. Here's Stella's story. Here's Dan Levy with his story. We're going to have a weather report right there. I mean, it looks like it's just a bunch of lines and probably like very confusing to you, and it's still confusing to me when I stare at all these words and numbers and try to figure out what means what. But there's a madness behind it. This is a software called ENPS that the Associated Press provides to us. You can see like other stories that are coming up like nationwide and around the world here. This is kind of what we use to make it all happen. We can put together like graphics and things like that you're seeing over here. It's all pretty strange. And then, yeah, how do we even make the movies? How do we make the videos that you guys see? That gets done in these editing bays, where we've got some like really cool curved monitors. This is Josh right now working hard to make, what story we're working on? This is the solar viewing glasses story.
Yeah, it's an eclipse story that's going to run tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning? Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, looking good. Oh, that's, who's our reporter who's doing that one? Caitlin. Yes. Caitlin Erla will have the latest on what glasses to use and not to use.
Right, because you got to order them from a legit manufacturer.
Yeah, you don't accidentally look at the sun and go blind. Side note, as a kid, I think we had an eclipse, and I remember staring at it with my eyes and like, this doesn't hurt my eyes. And like a year later, I needed glasses. So now you something. They ever tell you don't look at an eclipse while it's happening? There's reason for that. Steve had to wear glasses and then contacts forever. Yeah, here's Dan Levy. This is the story we did for him.
At a time when most people would much rather find themselves immersed in the NCAA's March Madness,
yeah.
Too many people still find themselves at the mercy of Mother Nature. Instead, immersed in her March Mayhem.
March Madness, March Mayhem. Dan Levy is known as the reporter here who's probably the best with the puns when it comes to everything else. Anyway, so this, let me just give you more of a tour around here. Again, this is the News Channel 13 behind the scenes newsroom. This is my desk, where you can see I've got I don't know. It's pretty clean right now. I was just sewing up a pair of my news pants that I got a hole in. Anyway, not that clean. Pictures of all of my certificates of achievement that I've won so far here. What else? Okay, this is the assignment desk. So when all like the crazy calls and the ambulance radio signals and the police sirens come into us, comes in right around this area, and one of our amazing assignment desk editors will then dispatch our reporters and the rest of our team and let us know what the heck is going on. This is another one of our little edit bay rooms. We got the Fresh Prince right there, as always, looking over us. Anyway, so that kind of wraps up the newsroom look. You guys want to see the actual studio? I mean, you see the studio when you're watching, obviously, but you don't see what it looks like behind the cameras. All right, so here it is. We got to do something with this right here. Every time we walk in, we see this little weird kitchen setup that hasn't been used in probably years. But this is the studio over here. When I'm walking in here, the first thing I do is I head over to this area. I'll grab a little like transmitter box. So I plug my earpiece into this so I can hear what the producers are saying and what's going on. We all got our own. And then I'll put one of these microphones on my shirt. The girls put them on their dress. Believe it or not, when you're wearing like a dress, these things are actually quite difficult to hide. So a lot of the girls will put like a strap that they can like put on their leg or their ankle or something, because it's not meant for people that don't have belts and stuff. Anyway, I'll show the rest. Okay, so this is where, like, if we are fortunate enough to have somebody run the teleprompter for us, they sit right here and just make a little play with the switch, and you know, we can read what's going on, make sure we know what we're talking about, which usually we do, thanks to the person running the teleprompter. And all the lights in the studio are off kind of right now, but this is what it looks like before we really light everything up. So we got monitors. When Seinfeld isn't playing, we actually can see the newscast running here and see like where the reporters are, where we are, any video that's running. And that's what the teleprompter looks like. So if you got somebody there working it back and forth, you know, we know what to say, what to do, what to read. Some of you may have seen videos before of like these lights falling down on top of people's heads. They usually don't do that. They're usually pretty well secured, thank goodness. It hasn't happened to me yet, but I think I worked in California, and occasionally we get a big strong quake or two, and you might lose one of those lights during all the shaking. So what does my view look like when I'm here anchoring at the actual desk? So you're seeing me, and I'm probably like, you know, from this angle right here at the desk talking to you. This is what I'm looking out at. This is what Rachel and I and Wanique from the weather side glance out at. Different cameras, and each one we got to make sure we know which one we're supposed to be looking at. Otherwise, it's like, you know, hey, what's going on, guy? You're looking in the wrong spot. There's usually some video and stuff punched up in these monitors, so we're usually moving from spot to spot to spot to place to talk about whatever, to whichever camera we're on. And then lastly, there's the green screen, the famous green screen. Although you really can't tell it's green unless you're in the studio itself. What else? And then here's the weather team back here. I'm not going to bother them too much because they're all, well, first off, they're gone. They're out to lunch, thank goodness. But yeah, this is where we get all the weather information and details to plan your forecasts. Anyway, that concludes our tour of the News Channel 13 newsroom and studios. I hope this was educational for you. I know I learned a lot. Again, I'm in my fourth week here, actually working on air, so I'm still trying to find my way around the place. I actually get lost quite a bit. There's a few times like I was trying to rush out to the newsroom or rush out into the studio, but I make a wrong turn. Instead of going through this door, I go through this door and just like look around, end up in this like weird storage area room, and like, oh crap, I'm live in like a minute and a half and I'm lost again. I'm getting better at it, thankfully. Anyhow, and back in the newsroom where everything else happens. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in and checking us out. We're gonna have updates tonight at 9 and 11 with all your weather, news, and all the other great fun stuff. So thank you for joining us, and I will see you guys later.